Welcome back to part 6 of our cooling system restoration on the 5.4 Triton. If you look down in your reserve tank and it doesn't have the goop that this one does, you could probably skip this step, move on to replacing lower hose if you need to. But in this case, we do need to take this off. We do need to go to the car wash and clean it. Unfortunately, it's probably the best method I have for cleaning parts. You know, if you don't have a parts washer in your shop, like I don't have a parts washer. And on top of that, you got to be careful when you clean these. You do not want to use petroleum products because it will swell this tank. There's plenty of videos online that shows what happens when oil mixes in these tanks. Not good things happen. So I'm going to show you how to easily take this off and service it. I'm sure there's a method of doing it with it on the vehicle, but being I don't want to contaminate any of the cooling system with the goop that's in the bottom of this, I'm just taking it out. So pretty much what you need is an 8mm socket to get to this bolt, and you do have to move the cowl here to get to the last 8mm so you can pull it up. And then the last step, well, maybe be the first step, we are going to take the pressure hose that basically balances the pressure in the cooling system to the burp tank or pressurized coolant reserve tank. I got the upper hose, and then I got a lower hose that pretty much when the level goes down, it can suck fluid down, or when it needs to expand, hence expansion tank, it can bring it up. But it is a cool design. It does keep the contaminants in the tank. I do kind of like that, but then on the bad note that it is bolted 2 ways to Sunday and does have 2 hoses that do need to be removed. So we'll get the hose out of the way first. Simply just take the spring clasp, move it back. Okay, so remove that hose. Now this one's a little tricky, and because I have a cameraman in the way, this may be a little difficult, but if you have nothing in your way, you should be able to pull it back down. Somehow I
can get out of the way.
No. I have a problem with lighting.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see how hard this hose is going to be to get off. Not too bad. Okay, now we got the hoses disconnected. So take an 8mm. Careful not to drop this bolt. That's a long-winded bolt. Alright, so the last bolt you have to get is underneath here. You do got to remove 2 plastic clips here. Basically they just pop up and pull out. I'll show them going back in. Anytime I got to remove these kind of things, it's not real fun because what you think should be threaded and pop up is just more fascia. It's more flash and dazz than it is useful, but it does hold this piece in. So I had to remove this one, and this one to be able to get to this bolt underneath here. Alright, so this is an 8mm.
Seems like you're having trouble there.
Yeah, they could have left this bolt exposed.
Or
Or tough.
some things you're just not so smart at.
Well, they did it to hide the vanity of the bolts, but at least they didn't hide one underneath.
So we're going to be driving this thing?
Soon.
How are we going to... My question is, how are we going to... What are we washing in here?
We're not, that's why we gotta go to the car wash.
Well, yeah, I know, but what are we washing in the car
We're
wash?
washing the inside of this.
How are you going to get that...
Pressure hoses.
How are you going to get that wet and not blast all over?
Wait for it.
Oh, my suspense is killing me.
I bet it is. Alright, once you're done, remove the bolt. Be careful, don't lose this one. Last thing you want is hear a bolt flying around in your engine compartment.
Yeah, that'd be bad. Yeah, remove that. Does it have a bolt on the bottom by any chance? Because it looks like it's stuck.
Well, I don't know about that.
Wire? Hose?
No, unless there's a hidden one I can't see.
It's leaking though. No, it's just really hard to get out.
No, it's turn, twist, pull, and pop.
Oh. Yeah, it's leaking.
She had a little bit of fluid left in her.
What did it leak to on the board?
On the cardboard down below.
Always have cardboard present
Yep.
when you're doing these jobs. You want to see it?
Yeah. Turn the camera.
I had to turn the camera.
You have to turn the cameraman. So 115,000 miles, no service, no maintenance. This is how dirty it is. When we get back from the car wash, it'll look like $1 million.
Oh, come on, man. Stop leaking all over the floor.
Yikes, how much fluid this thing got in it?
I don't know if I get it away from the Craftsman. Ah, yes, honey. Yeah.
Alright, off to the car wash.
Off to the car wash you go. Okay, buddy.
Alright, so the best way to do this, we're at a car wash. And then we're going to clean all this out with just hot water.
Look at all that.
Yeah, it's going to look brand spanking new when I'm done with this thing. But yeah, hot water, no soapy suds, just straight hot water will get this thing clean. We're doing the Walmart method, the ghetto way, whatever you want to call it.
Alright.
Make sure we get this on right. So, red, high pressure, hot. Let's see if we did this right.
Yeah, it should be.
Oh yeah, hot rinse right there.
Hot rinse.
We're good.
Put the quarters in. Beep beep. Alright, now it should start blasting. Whoa. I used to. Oh! Trying to get the camera. You're trying to get the camera. Let me get behind you. Alright. Ew. See that? That's gross. That's absolutely horrendous.
Oh yeah, you see the chunkies.
Uh-huh. Look at that.
Quick blast.
Yeah. Trying to get me wet. Creeping because no. Is that hot?
Oh yeah.
Don't eat to it. Look at all that. Look at all that. Look at that. He's even getting his shoes wet.
Yep. What I do for my customers.
Alright, now what?
We're done.
Oh, we're done? Thing is steaming. Let me look inside here. Green. Look at the box. Oh. Alright. Let's see what's in here. Wow. It's getting hot. I can't focus because it's heat. Yeah. Alright, and that's how you do
The
it.
rest of it I'll clean the exterior at home with some simple green, but other than that, that's how you get one of these tanks clean. So I am underneath the fender here. We do have the box out of the way, and you could do it on top if you needed to. Great clamps, but kind of a pain to work with.
Here's they work.
Yep. Usually don't have to worry about a leak with these.
Yep. Comes right off. I'm moving the truck. Oh.
Oh.
Dang, everything's leaky.
I know, in the bucket we go.
Looks like crap water.
Yeah, it's definitely contaminated. And I'm looking at the oil filter. You know it's been a while and it hasn't been changed when there's actually dust and crud on it.
Mm-hmm.
They put a good filter on, but you definitely need to change the oil.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, one more clamp and we've got this lower hose assembly out of the way.
I never thought I'd have to do this.
I got one shot when I was working on Mom's car. I'm over engine laying this way. It's on the YouTube. You're gonna have to move because the next shot has got to be where you're at.
Well, I wish I could move here. What the gate to camera with you?
Our dedication to recording.
Yeah.
By all means necessary.
Get it on the owner's car, your truck.
We get into our work.
Okay.
Alright, the next clamp is right there. But it's going to be hard to record. But it's the same process. You see me remove one clamp. It's all the same. I don't care how big or small. The bigger they are, the harder they are to come out. Smaller, not so bad. You can do that with pliers. But these bigger ones, no, you better have a tool for. There's a power steering hose in my way.
Ah, yes. Something you cannot remove.
Oh, I could.
Well, shouldn't.
But if you're a good technician,
Shouldn't have to do that.
you can work around it. Take it back just a little bit more. I'm not sure if that's plastic or metal on the bottom.
Sounds like plastic.
It does kind of sound hollow.
Yeah, metal doesn't have a hollow sound.
No. Like I said, working with this tool could be quite interesting. I'm grateful I have it.
Uh-huh. Come on. There you go. Slip that off.
There we go.
Yeah! Okay, where's it at? So I can show. Try.
Well, that's definitely cast back there.
And it leaks.
And I do have a bucket under there this time.
Uh-huh. Alright.
Alright. Bring the camera up so you can see this behemoth piece we're pulling out.
Alright. Where at?
Just come back. Come way back.
Come back.
Yep, we're giving birth to a lower hose assembly. Now, you just got to transfer all the spring clamps to the new hose assembly.
Yeah. Want me to pan by it or? Okay.
I do want to talk a little bit about aftermarket parts. They are close to the original, but not quite. You'll find that the aftermarket is either one, a little shorter, or a little bit bigger. Let's see, in this one...
So it looks a little bit shorter, because look. Look at that. Here, bring it up again, so I can show
Well, it
them.
might not have the direction.
Oh.
Nope, direction was right.
No, it's a, look, see? Shorter right here.
Shorter there.
And then, let me see. If you see, I think that's just a little bit too cut out. Here. Yeah, see?
Don't know if this is gonna work.
Yeah. Right hose? Is it the right hose there, bud? The right hose? You want to determine it off camera?
Oh, I don't need to determine it off camera.
Well, we need a verdict. We need to make something.
The only thing I can give you is I don't know if this is going to work. It looks to be a little short.
Well, how are you going to deal with that?
Well, I'm going to dry fit it just to see.
Where's that? Where's that?
Amazingly enough, it does fit.
Well, it looks a bit short. Here, let me get this. Enough light here.
Yeah, I mean,
It doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like it,
it's going to be close. Gates could do a little bit better job on that one.
Well, what are you gonna do then?
We're going to use it, but sometimes aftermarket parts, man. Sometimes. Alright, come back over here to the bench.
Alrighty.
Alright, now we're going to put the clamps on the new hose. Now I will say on the lower side, the cold side, you could get away with using spring clamps, or a traditional hose clamp, excuse me. But I don't like to use them when I have springs available, even though they are a pain to work with. Just like that. Now there is a cable version of this tool where it comes on here and you just click a little handle. They're about 70 bucks. A little too much for my shop, but I don't know. I do more of these spring clamp jobs. I keep thinking it might not be too expensive.
We're not fancy, sorry.
So I'm going to put it close to the angle that I had, so it's easy for reassembly. Once I get this on, slide it on, good to go. Alright, 2 more to do. We'll do the short side, the cold side, the reserve tank side, whichever you want to call it.
What is it called?
Well, it would be the lower Lower hose assembly to reserve tank hose. You get a leak in one of these, there's no servicing it, you just replace the assembly. Yeah, this part's a little tricky to do.
Yeah, look easy.
Sometimes. Let's put it out this way, so when we put the reserve tank back in, we just slide it back up. And our last one.
Whoa. Heck was that? What, was it a saw trap?
Well, that's what I mean. These things are dangerous. They can take a finger.
Dang. It's like trying to de-arm a bear trap. And you stick your hand in it and just... Wow. I'd get that down as soon as possible. I did not want that, like... Oh, you need help?
Nope.
God.
You know, it's sad. I've been using this tool for almost 15 years.
Yeah, that's pretty...
Fuck, son of a bitch. It would help right here if they would have actually made it one full chunk instead of this little itty bitty piece to go down to. Of course, Ford's got a specialty tool for that.
Yeah.
I just have the universal chop your finger off tool.
Saw trap.
Saw trap.
Oh, man. I don't want that flinging at me.
It won't fling at you, it'll go towards me.
Good. And he has it on! Nice.
Now we can put it back on and not try to kill ourselves.
Yeah. That'd be the idea.
Hi ho, back in we go.
Yep.
We'll have to do a little bit of final adjustment on this.
Let me stretch out a bit. There you go. You can see both the end of the hose and the front of the hose.
Yeah, I don't know if I like that too much.
You gotta figure something out.
The biggest thing is you got to make sure there's enough flange surface for your clamp to seal. And this thing is definitely a 1/4 inch shorter than the OEM. And I tell you, it's close. If this hose gives me issue, O'Reilly's going to be paying for the Ford coolant that I'm going to have to waste just to change it out.
Nothing you can do about it.
Well, there is something I can do about it. Call the owner and tell him they're buying a Ford part.
Those cost them more.
Yeah. The old saying is, you pay for what you get. Yeah, you save money buying the aftermarket, but as we see here, that shortness, it's close.
Not everything applies here.
Yeah. It's close. I'm going to tell you on this one, if you can afford the Ford part, buy it. I don't know, man.
Yeah, it doesn't look too good.
And sadly, oh, this is not a Gates. This is an ECM? No, it's a Gates. You know, Gates usually does pretty good hoses, but this one is kind of short. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to think about that one. I'm not going to finish this insulation because I don't know if I like that too much.
It doesn't look too good.
No. I'd have to take a little bit back this way to make sure the radiator's sealed, but then, you know, you're talking about a 1/4 inch hose difference, and that's like a mile in engineering. So, we'll get back to you on this one.